Hey, what's going on everybody? Gleez here, and today in this video we are going to check out some of the biggest questions that I received on my Tony Hawk Top Tips video. And if you haven't checked out that video, I'll leave a link down in the description below. So we're going to go into some of these questions, answer as many as I can, and hopefully it'll make you a better Tony Hawk player. So the most popular question that I received was how to turn around and 180 very quickly. And it's simple. Just hit down, down, R1. If you're on Xbox, it's just R bumper. And you can continue to do that. So let's also take a look in the top right corner. You can see right now my stance is blue. This is your regular stance. You can use the R2 button in order to switch stance. So now we're in a switch stance. You can also use the L2 button to change where you are aligned on the board. So right now we're more toward the rear of the board in a switch stance, and we can move up on the board to make it fakey. And if we go back to the other side, our regular stance, we can go up to nollie stance. Now these different stances will have their own point counters. You can also get more points by doing tricks in other stances. So this is a good way to kind of manipulate your score if you're able to start tricks off, you know, with a certain board stance or spinning away to land in a certain stance in order to accumulate more points. So that's just something to keep in mind also. So we have the reverse and we have all of the different switch stances. So did you know that getting your special meter fully charged up allows you to jump higher and move faster? Apparently a lot of people didn't know that. And that's one of the key ways in order to get some great height and land awesome tricks like the 900 with another move toward the bottom. So when you go up a ramp, you often have these square button moves where you can, you know, go down right, down left, you know, do some moves in the air. But did you know that if you hit the button multiple times, 2, sometimes 3 times, you can actually get new tricks? So right here, we're gonna go with a triple kickflip, and I just hit left and square 3 times, and instead of getting the single kickflip, we got the triple. And now we went to the right, we got a double heel flip, we hit it twice. That time we hit it 3 times, getting the triple heel flip. Now you can do these moves and you can spin and you can get some extra points, and it's a way to also increase your points, because if you have done a lot of kick flips or you've done a lot of pop shove-its, you're going to be able to use another trick counter. So we got a 580 pop shove-it twice. Alright, so utilizing the square button multiple times on tricks will allow you to get more rotations of the board, more points, and those points also don't degrade if the single version of it does degrade. So it's a great way to help you get extra points in the game. Now I saw many questions about people not having enough speed off of their manual and Reverb. Well, you want to make sure that you hit appropriately to where you are coming down and landing as straight up and down as possible. You're going to get a good enough speed in order to manual and move up most ramps. Now, if a ramp is really steep, so something like this to manual up, this ramp right here that we're looking at, it's going to take a lot more speed to get all the way up to the top of that ramp. And sometimes you're not going to be able to. All right, it just depends on how quickly you're moving, how clean your landing is, and you know how efficiently you're able to get to that particular area. Another way to boost speed is to use your special grinds. So if we'll take a little notice here, we'll go like real slow here, right? So we'll go like this. Notice the speed burst I get? Speed burst. Speed burst. Alright, so I'm able to increase my speed as I use my special meter. See that? Look how fast I'm going now. And the reason why I'm able to do that is because of my special grinds. Your special grinds will give you a little burst of speed. Also, hitting the end of a rail right at the end, which is called Kiss the Rail. Oftentimes that will give you a nice boost of speed, but you have to be able to manual very quickly after that. And in order to kiss the rail, it's when you just hit the edge of the rail. Let's see if I can simulate it here. It's kind of a pain sometimes to simulate, but so if I were to go slow here and then kiss the rail, see how quickly he bursts off of that. But again, it is a very quick landing, and it will, you know, you have to manual very quickly in order to successfully complete that. But those are some ways to increase your speed as far as your manual and grind goes. So another cool thing about grinding is that you can hit like square, circle multiple times, and you can actually change the grind that you're doing. And that's pretty cool. And you can also do the same thing when you manual, which a lot of people don't really know about. All right, and you just do that by manualing and then hitting either square multiple times, triangle, or circle. You have to make sure to manage your meter, as your meter does deplete more quickly, or I should say your balance depletes more quickly. You have to be more cognizant of where it's going as you shift from trick to trick. But it is a cool way to earn some points, especially if you're at the end of a big combo and you're stuck in a manual that is basically not moving. It's a way to add some extra points to your score. You can also do the same thing on lip tricks. I fell. Why did I fall? Well, the reason why I fell was because I fell away from the ramp. If you fall into the ramp, not only can you change your tricks, but every time you fall into the ramp, you also will land. So you don't have to worry about the balance. As long as you fall into the ramp or favor into the ramp, you're going to be good. And you can even revert and go back into combo. All possibilities here. We have a ton of possibilities. This game is very open-ended, which is why I love it. So the last thing that I'm going to talk about here is the timing on the revert into the manual, which I got a lot of comments of people that are having issues with that. So you can hit the revert pretty early. Like I hit it now, and it doesn't come out, so that's a little bit too early. So if I go up for a trick, hit the ramp, use it, and then manual. All right, it's a pretty smooth process once you get used to it. So like as soon as your board is about to hit the ramp, right there, all right, we're good. And again, I'll show you that one more time here. So we go up, revert, manual. All right, and that's the timing for it. So it's just R2, up, down, or R2, down, up. And with a little bit of practice, you are able to use this to extend tricks really efficiently and effectively. And again, remember, it's important to get max height and then revert. The lower the height, the slower you're going to come off the ramp. And when you come off the ramp really slow, you have a hard time gaining any distance. So that's actually not that bad. That was actually pretty quick, even though I went slow. I'm going to try to show you an example of doing it slowly. It's still not too bad. Right, but you can see we're able to, get some grinding stuff going here. So it takes a little bit of practice. I know that there are a lot of people having issues with the revert into manual, being able to find areas to grind and extend the combo. Another thing you want to keep in mind is level awareness. So knowing where the good spots are to grind, or using a ramp that's close to grind so you're not manualing for a very long time. The longer you manual, the more you're going to slow down. So having those grinds in very close proximity is important. So if you have any more questions about Tony Hawk, be sure to leave it down in the comment section. I'll be happy to answer any questions that you have. And if there are enough questions again after this video, I'll make another one. So that's it. As always, I want to thank you guys for checking in. If you're new, be sure to click that subscribe button, and don't forget to click the bell so you get updated whenever I post new content. Again, as always, thanks for checking in. It's Jay Gleez signing out, and continue to game strong.